Children, we have studied what is mixture. Let us see the definition again. Matter made of two or more substances is called a mixture. And the examples are chuda, bhel, then nimbu sharbat, khichdi. All these are, there are so many examples of these mixtures. And mixtures, they are having some properties. For example, proportion of components is not fixed in mixtures. For example, in compounds, if you see the constituents of carbon dioxide, C, 1 carbon and 2 oxygen atoms are there, and they form CO2. Then hydrogen and oxygen, they combine to form H2O, that means water. There are the fixed proportion in compounds, 2 molecules of hydrogen, 1 of oxygen. But here in mixture there is no fixed proportion. We can use more or less. Then no chemical change is there in, during formation of this mixture, and no new substance is formed. That means we have seen in formation of water, hydrogen is gas, oxygen is gas, but when they combine together to form water, water is a liquid. There is a chemical change as well as no new substance is formed in compounds, but in mixture what happens? There is no chemical change. If we add peanuts in chuda, they will not change their properties. There will be no chemical change in that property of peanuts. Then there is no formation of new substance also. And if sometimes what is done in some mixtures, the unwanted substance are unknowingly get added, or they are added to decrease the quality and increase the profit also. At that time, what is our duty? We have to separate these unwanted substances. Sometimes adulteration is done to increase the profit and decrease the quality of this mixture, and we have to separate them. For that, methods of separating substances are used, and there are few methods mentioned here. For example, threshing, winnowing, sifting, picking, sorting, combing with a magnet, then sublimation, straining, distillation, separation, centrifugation, chromatography and churning. These are few methods, those are mentioned here. These are used for separating the substances from the mixtures. So we will study the methods of separating substances one by one. First one is threshing. What happens after harvesting of ores of the grains? They are dried, and after drying, to separate the grains from these ores, what is done? Threshing is done. Zodapni, in Marathi it is called zodapni. Then winnowing. Winnowing, say, with the help of this, the lighter substances are separated with the help of this procedure, winnowing. What happens? The lighter shaft, that is light in weight, that is separated because of the air, flowing air, and that pressure of air, it causes the light substances to get separated from these grains. Then sifting. How sifting is done? See, for sifting, if we take grains and with the help of sieve, this sieve is used, and with the help of sieve we separate the unwanted substances. This is called sifting. Then after sifting, there are some unwanted substances, they are remaining, and they can be separated by the method of picking. you must have watched your mother doing picking. What she does? She picks the small stones from the grains and then she removes them from the grains like wheat, jawar, bajra, pulses, rice, all these things. Then uh, she she does sorting also. By picking, she removes the unwanted substances and sorting is also done. Then combining with magnet, what happens in semolina, that means rava, the black particles are there that increase the weight of the semolina, and this can be separated with the help. These are iron particles, these may be iron particles, and this can be separated by using a magnet. You can use this horseshoe shaped magnet or this bar magnet, and when this bar magnet it is moved through this semolina or rava, you can see the particles of iron fillings, they get attached to the magnet and we can separate the substance. Then sublimation. Generally children, what happens if we heat solid like ice, it gets converted into liquid after heating. That means water is formed, and then when water is heated, there is formation of water vapors. That means the from solid liquid is formed, and from liquid by heating gas is formed. But in some substances like camphor, iodine, sal ammoniac or navsagar, what happens? Naphthalene balls, these are sublimating substances, and these sublimating substances, they like this camphor, this is camphor, kapur, and when these substances they are heated, these solids are heated, and there is no formation of liquid, directly there is formation of a gas from this solid, and this is nothing but sublimation. Instead of changing into liquid, solid gets converted into gas on heating, and this is nothing but the process of sublimation. We had done sublimation of camphor here. Then now we will see what is straining. See, for straining, strain is used, strainer is used. This is strainer. And for some liquids like tea, we use this strainer and we strain or filter the liquid like this. This tea, it is strained with the help of strainer. That is the process of straining or filtration. Now, filtration can be done to separate the impurities in water also. For that, we have to take filter paper and fold this filter paper and take 3 parts at one side and 1 part at one side, and you have to place this filter paper into the funnel, and through funnel we have to add that liquid that is having impurities, and then keep a beaker below that, and then after filtration what will happen, there will be the clear liquid in the beaker, and on the filter paper these insoluble impurities will get stuck, and in this way we can separate the impurities by the process of filtration also. After straining, churning is also done in our kitchen. In kitchen, while making butter or buttermilk or ghee from yogurt, what mother does? Mother churns that yogurt, and by the process of churning, ghusalne, in Marathi it is called ghusalne, and by process of churning, these are separated and ghee is prepared. Then distillation, separation, centrifugation, chromatography, these are also very important processes.